Hi there, Loy Machedo. Speaking to you from LoyMachedo.com. Who's Loy Machedo and Think Personal Branding? All right, today's session we'll be having something slightly different. I'll share with you the poll results that I had on YouTube, which I found pretty funny. Some of it. Then just basic headlines that I want to share with you with regards to the job market. In terms of news, I'll be giving you international news that I feel will be affecting the Middle East. Then you have UAE-based news, which is quite a number of them. Then you have news that is shared to me by the UAE Expat community, which is not normally published in the newspapers. And finally, the fun stuff, readers writing to me and me sharing everything about it. As usual, please remember this, that if you want to check the timeline, because my videos are generally long, check the description box below. You'll get timestamps, so you can choose whichever topic you want to listen to. And if you want to fast forward the video with me speaking in a rather fast pace, there is an option on YouTube. So, and if you want to get in touch with me, remember my contact details are put down below. So let's move in. The first one is the poll result. This is the first one that I ever took on YouTube. I put it up. I wanted to see what would people say, and this is what people actually said. The first one is I put this nice little video saying shocking new video coming out soon in 48 hours. So I got the following. One is K. Avinesh, who said, Loy, I'm a new subscriber. First of all, I'd like to thank you for all your videos showing the facts. There's so much information with tons of people working here not aware of. Youngsters like me spoiling their time experience working here. So that's Avinesh. Then you have DP. You are expired. Okay, DP says, you're expired now. Find out job to earn money now to live in Thailand. Okay, DP, as you say. Lee Zio says, waiting. Serene MD says, will use a G-Shock watch because I said something shocking coming out soon. So Atheist Republic says, bro, Natil Evidia, something in Malayalam, if you can translate for me. Then Ankit Madhawk says, waiting for your updates. Ayush Tomar says, love it. Dear Machedo, please do give alerts like this. Ayush is a good friend of mine, 18-year-old. Sometimes I kick his ass, but he is in part of my WhatsApp group. Also, young, smart guy. Sometimes I have to kick his ass. Iman Bahraini says, more videos about local shokal, please. Haha. Okay. Arjun Iyer says, again, time for fun and knowledge. Thank you, Arjun. Azim Ahmed says, yes, some spicy news by the man Machedo. How you been, brother? Fine, Mr. Azim. I am absolutely fine. Then Sharavan Sampali says, waiting. Wilbert Collinson. Nothing shocking. Same ranting on UAE and it's gone to the dogs. Bow wow. Okay. No one said money, all are sacked. But hey, guess what? I charge for consulting and help you get a job. It's time you quit. Thank you, Mr. Wilbert Collinson, which obviously sounds very authentic and real. Okay. Mohammed Karam says, shocking, Dubai is no more. Okay. Dennis David, who is a frequent, he comments frequently. The UAE is going to break into 7 Emirates. We have been anticipating from a long time. No, it's not going to break. It's already broken. Okay, anyway. Said Farazuddin, who is my regular commenter. He comments a lot. Commentator? Comment. Okay, whatever. Hi, Loy. I'm patiently waiting for the new shocking video. Nowadays, many things are shocking. Okay. Ansar Kuni says, what shocking, sir? M. Shavi says, give news, sir. Pempa Ihamu, waiting, Loy. Oh, strange names. Okay. Clarissa Velina, I hope I got that name right. Getting ready to be shocked. She's also one of the loyal, dedicated commentators. Okay, commenters. Okay. Tahir Munir, long time no see. Dennis David, once again comments. We love your videos. Keep them firing. Said Yunus says, Loy, want something to share and not want to share. Loy, want something to share and not want to share. Not want to something to share. I think I made a mistake once. Something new coming out soon. Want to. Oh, I made a mistake. Shit, I made a mistake. Want to something to share. Okay, thank you, Mr. Said Yunus. Thank you so much for correcting me. So bloody embarrassing when I, make mistakes. But Said, thank you so much. Please stop mutilating the English language. So embarrassing. But anyway, I make mistakes. I'm human. Okay. Akbar Royal says, and by the way, Syed is the only guy who managed to catch this. Okay, so Syed, applause. You're smart. Okay. Akbar Royal says, what shocking? Okay. Tahir Muni said, something wrong, I think. Maybe somebody fucked Loy's ass. I don't know. Tahir, why are you worried about my asshole, man? It's like your fascination, like Loy's ass. It's like you keep thinking about my ass. And the best part is, Tahir, you put your photograph on YouTube so people can recognize you. So if they see you, they might think, oh, Loy's ass. Here is Loy's ass, So anyway, that was Mr. Tahir Munir, who fascinates my ass. I hope, it doesn't look very nice, by the way. I've seen it. It doesn't look very nice. Okay. So next one is, I put a poll, which I wanted to see. Poll, okay, whatever. How would people react to it? So in that, I had 5 questions, which I asked. So what would you like the next video to be about? And these are the answers that I got. Controversial news updates from UAE and GCC, 32%. Job and money market from UAE and GCC, 11%. My responses to trolls and messages from UAE and GCC, 6%. Not very interested. All of the above, 41%, which is the highest. And please stop making videos and shut down your channel, 10%. If I shut down my channel, then where will you guys comment? Whom will you trouble? How will your life be interesting? So 10% of those are, and even though they hate my videos, they still have to make sure that they check my videos. So among the comments that I got, Sohail A says, don't waste my time responding to trolls. I should not waste your time. Okay. Just do proper news and Arab local accent. No problem. I will do if you burg the car there. Burging. Okay? Okay. Next one is Humanitarian Harjot. Double H, not triple H, the wrestler. Okay. Great channel. Oh my God. Please include the trolls. You're a total comedian, Loy brother. Plus news, plus with a dash of drama. And then he says, Arab accent. Oh my God. What the hell? Oh brother. Please stick to your own accent. Okay. Tahir Munir, yes, my dear friend. Long time no see. Okay, Tahir. Then F150. Go find a job to get life. Yes, fuck 150. Okay. Samata Shah. Okay. Keep up the good work. Follow your heart. Awesome content. Thank you very much. KAG waiting. Then Mary Robbie say, do a video on robots taking over jobs and how to prepare for the event. They're not going to take over jobs because you'll always need human beings. ZXZV1 says, keep up the good work. Besides UAE, do more comments on other GCC state. Thanks. If you give me the news updates, that is what is happening on the streets, not just newspaper, of course I'll do it. Joji Samuel says, keep up the good work, Loy. Now, keep it up, Loy, the good work. Okay, that's what he said. So, guys, thank you very much. Those who hated me, those who like me. And yes, not to forget my friend, what's his name? Said Yunus, for correcting me and saying, Loy, want something to share and not want to something to share. Please stop mutilating the English language time and again. As you say, Professor said Yunus. Okay, make mistakes, man. Okay, so now let's move on to the next one. Before I do get into the news aspect, I want to give a big shout out to 2 people who I think are doing more or less the same kind of work that I'm doing. And I want you guys to support their channel as well. One is Hamed Mosley. Hamed Mosley is, I bumped into this guy by accident. He's also an ex-Dubai expatriate. Now he has moved to, well, you figure it out, wherever he has moved. And he's very happy in that country. His website is uaeviral.com. And on that website, he puts a lot of interesting content about the UAE. The surprising thing is he has a lot of contacts and connections in the UAE who are Arab locals, and they hate him, they bash him, but he's a really polite, very nice individual. And I think you should check out uaeviral.com. Do subscribe to his updates. Mind you, this is not a sponsored shout out. I'm just saying it because he does the same thing that I do. Another one is Manoj Nathani. This gentleman is exceptionally smart. He is a genius when it comes to investing, and he was an ex-banker, deals with millions. That's at least what his profile claims. But what I can vouch for is very intelligent because I happened to bump into his blog, voiceofthemarkets.blogspot.com. voiceofthemarkets.blogspot.com. he gets a really big following. He has like 50,000, 100,000. He gets millions of views on his blog spot. So I want you to check out his blog. He has also come out with a he's moving into paid content, because obviously he needs to make some money at this side. That is not his major money. The main money that he makes, the big money, is investments. But what he says is, I only want traffic for people who value my work, who can at least donate, a few dollars. What you normally spend to buy, let's say, a juice, is what you pay per month to get worthwhile content. So Manoj Nathani is moving towards paid content. Really amazing guy. Check his blog and check uaeviral.com. Both of them have not paid me anything. I'm just doing this out of support, because we all, Manoj, Hamed, myself, and there are so many others, we create content out of brand awareness, out of the fact of keeping in touch with what we are passionate about, sharing information, sharing research, educating the people. And yes, through that, if you get contacts and connections, it's always good. So support these guys. I put the links down below, and you have also seen it. Next one, which I thought would be pretty interesting. This is just random stuff that I just want to share. Is I got this. This one is today, as I was drinking coffee, I got this one. This is jehovahswitness.org. Jehovah's Witness, they are Bible preachers. So I actually bumped into a jehovahswitness.org, jw.org. They preach the Bible. Now, guess what? Being an atheist, I'm not very much into any religion, whether it's Christianity, Hinduism, Islam, whatever. But they said, you want to know they didn't actually shove this down my throat. They were talking to me as normal people. But then they said, this is what we do. And I just found it rather humorous to say that, I don't know, I just told them, I will talk about you just a few lines on my video and tell people, check out jehovahswitness.org. That is JW, jehovahswitness.org. You have a lot of these jokes which are online. Jehovah's Witness, they come with a suit and tie, knock at the door, and you stand naked there and chase them away. So I just found it funny. They were very nice people, so I don't have anything bad to say about them. So check it out if you want to find out their version of the truth. Just as many people tell me, Islam is the true religion, Christianity is the true religion, Hinduism is the true religion. Here's another true religion. Okay, next one. Recommendation. I got this nice little email that was sent to me by my client. What he says, Dear Loy, it was a great 1 hour session with you that I took to evaluate my interview skills. You gave me the tricks and techniques which I found so unique. The great thing about you is, in 1 hour, you understand the personality of a person and set the strategy accordingly, that how I should talk in front of the decision maker. That is what makes you the world's #1 person branding strategist. I'm very satisfied with the session and look forward to take your mentorship service in the future soon now. And this is just to update you, this very same guy, he got the job. The job was as a manager for a company. After he took my session, this is not the first session he took. I think he has taken 5 sessions, at least 5 or 6 sessions over the period of a few months. And he had 4 interviews. He finally got the job, which I'm very proud of. And that's the kind of happiness that you get when you know that a client has actually succeeded. Once again. Okay, next one which I got was from, obviously I don't say the name. So this gentleman is a very successful person working for a multinational company, earning a very big income. But however, he was confused and he just wrote me, I've been lost for a long time, needed an energetic kick to both my ass and soul in order to adjust my perspective and move forward. Loy is positively brilliant and instrumental in doing just that with his expertise. While I know I have long and challenging road ahead, I believe his unique, accurate, and highly attuned analysis will help me, whatever. Okay, so these were some of the good news that I wanted to share. Now I have the extras that I wanted to put up. Before anything else, I just want to tell you that the reason why there's been this massive gap, there's been this huge gap in me sharing these videos, 5 days, is because I told you last video, I got this really big project, big money for business branding, And obviously, money is first. So I had to complete that before anything else. So that is why there was this delay for 5 days. I apologize. But then again, need to make money first. So that is the first thing which I wanted to share with you. Now comes the bits and pieces about the Middle East. The first one is, which is not very good, a long-term friend of mine whom I know very well. He was a runner in Dubai. He was part of the Dubai Creek Striders and also a marathon runner, triathlete. He got cheated of 55,000 dirhams. That is his gratuity. He finished his term. He's in his 60s, and he obviously, they didn't renew his papers, but they cheated him of his gratuity, so he lost 55,000. So the reason why I'm sharing this with you is this is one of the common stories that happens in the Middle East, and you can't talk about it. Obviously, you couldn't talk about it there. They told him, if you want to take it to court, we're going to make your life miserable. So he said, no, I don't want any trouble. Imagine, the guy worked for so many years, and in the end, they just fucked him over with his gratuity. Next one is a friend of mine who worked in a company for 2 years with no salary because he was told he's a partner of the company, he's a director, he had shares in the company. They cheated him of 200,000 dirhams. They didn't pay him, they didn't pay him his salary, and now the owner is absconding. So, imagine 2 years working without a salary, plus losing 200,000, plus now the owner has run away, and he's practically lost. And he just spoke to me a few days ago. Another one is a businessman who was running a business. Now, this one is tragic because he actually ran away. It seems he did a couple of government-based projects, and the government did not pay him for the projects that he did. They kept saying after 6 months, after 8 months, after 1 year, after 2-3 months, and his vendors started asking, we supplied you the material, you better pay us. They took him to court, and because UAE has this policy whereby if you have checks and you have not paid, you'll be jailed. So in order to escape jail, he has run away from UAE, and he has practically left 35 years of running a business, making hundreds of millions of dollars, and because he took part in government-based projects, he has lost everything, and now he is absconding. So obviously I don't want to give details where he is, what he is, but it's sad. Another businessman who was running a business from past 12 years, he has shut down base in Dubai and he has moved to Cairo. Another one, 3-4 years in UAE, he has moved to Qatar. So I'm just giving you bits and pieces about what people have communicated. This guy, this gentleman who I know, not very close, he ran away to the UK. He had a couple of credit cards. I've just told him that make sure that you get someone to pay the credit cards, because otherwise you can get in trouble if it's going to be a big amount. So you just don't know. So that's what I told him. Then we have a guy in the hotel industry. He moved to Canada. He thought his life is going to be easy. It's going to be much better. Now he actually regrets it, because in Canada, he's only working as a security guard. He's working, these odd jobs, cleaning, and he's regretting it because there in Dubai, he was earning as a manager. Now he's working, in this lower level jobs. And I told him that, without a strategy, don't go. He's regretting it because it's causing him a lot of problems with his family. I got this call, actually this phone call from this female, video call, and obviously showing me her cleavage and talking very sweet. And I was like, for me it's very simple, man. I'm 42 years old. I've seen enough and more of cleavage, ass, boobs, vaginas, everything else. So I can get it easily if I want. So showing me on video, I don't know what's the big deal. So she wanted my personal branding sessions for free. So she was, please help me, this and that. I just let her know, sweetheart, you can cover your breasts and show it to somebody else. It doesn't work with me. Don't try this shit with me. So I made her understand. Another one is female. She has been telling me about this airlines company in UAE. I don't want to mention the name because obviously when you don't have the evidence, don't say the name. It seems the manager has asked her to sleep with her because it's happening in the department. If she wants a better schedule, a better itinerary, that is the places, where stress is less. And so she just told me that, can you mention this? I let her know that if I do mention this and you get caught, you're going to be in serious trouble. So This is rampant in airlines, especially with the managers, and it seems the other staff are doing it. So I told her, it's up to you. You want to do it, you do it. You don't want to do it, it's up to you, or you want to resign and leave. But taking the company to court is not going to do you any favors. I did tell her that if you have any evidence, WhatsApp, or if you have emails or any kind of proof, then you can take the person to court. However, if it is an Emirati local, no, you cannot. Okay, I've made it very clear. I know some people will say, the law is equal for everyone. Well, you want to take the risk, it's your life. Okay. This one is surprising. I got an Emirati. Can you actually believe an Emirati local? Okay, he actually gave me a donation for my channel. So I honestly told him, listen, man, I'm speaking not so good about Dubai and about Emiratis, and so he just told me what you're saying is true, and I want you to know I'm not the typical Emirati. I've traveled to many other countries, and I don't tolerate some of the stuff that is happening. Yes, I don't agree with a lot of your views, especially Islam. But that doesn't mean you're a bad guy. You're doing a good job. So I just want a shout out to all those open-minded Emiratis who are willing to take criticism. I have a lot of respect for you guys. Trust me, it's nothing but respect for you. Then, on the other hand, if you look at it, I got 2 Emirati locals who called me bad words, and one who even threatened that he'd come down to Thailand and try to kill me. That's what he said. Another one told me, if I have the guts, the typical dialogue, if I have the guts, come here and talk about us. It's like me telling you, if you have guts, go to the United States, wear your kandura and say, Allah Akbar, then you see what is going to happen to you. So it doesn't make any sense. Female called me up, and now here's the funny thing. She calls me up, okay, from a number that is hidden. And then she tells me she wants to expose her husband. And I tell her why. She said, because he's cheating on me. And then she actually gives me his identity, everything else. Photographs, she actually sent it through WhatsApp. And then I tell her, sweetheart, don't you think you're going to fall in trouble? And then she says, but I don't want to give you my identity. And I was just thinking to myself, is this Dumb and Dumber, or is she testing me with is this a trick question? Because you have sent me your husband's photographs, a video, she sent me also a video, of her husband cheating on her with another woman. So she has sent me, and she has even told me this is my husband. But then she tells me that I'm not going to give you my identity. So I was like, I just educated her and reminded her that you have given me your identity by telling me this is your husband. And I also let her know, they educated her on the UAE laws, that if I were to publish this online, I can create a fake blog and put it up online, she'll get into trouble. So I just deleted everything and I told her, don't make this mistake again. You get people like this. The next one is, I got this YouTuber who actually sent me a message speaking bad about my wife, and I wanted to take a screenshot, but he deleted it. He asked me sexual questions, whether my wife does XYZ, and how much would she charge for it, and did I get her by testing her. And another guy, he actually told me that my baby is practically ugly, that even if my baby would be a prostitute, nobody would want to fuck my baby. So, I mean, see, here's the thing. You want to attack me, I don't mind it. You want to attack my wife and kids also, go ahead, no problem, if it makes you happy. But doing it by being anonymous doesn't show a lot of courage. You're just hiding somewhere and sending this. So if you really want to show courage, bring out your real identity, like a man. Bring out your real identity. But obviously you say, Loy, if I bring out my real identity, then you can fuck me over. What, you're being like a chicken? Hiding, you can send so many things, And like I said, go ahead. If it makes you happy, you can call my wife bad words, you can call my child bad words, you can call me bad words. I don't feel bad. In fact, I would have shared this message had you not deleted it. So feel free. Go ahead if it makes you happy. Then I got a couple of people who shared with me aspects about losing their job. Another one called me with regards to he wants to suicide. Another one called me that he wants to take revenge on his boss. In all the three cases, I just give them one line. One is job loss. That's your problem. I can't help you. Suicide. That is a decision you have to take. I'm not a suicide prevention channel. Either seek help or do what you want, but please don't involve me. I don't have the time to give you 3 hours, 4 hours every year. Oh, please don't do that, sweetheart. You want to suicide? It's up to you, man. It's your life. And taking revenge, which I've told you before, UAE is not your country. You'll fall in serious trouble if your boss is influential. Then I got a couple of guys who shared with me the fact on Computer Street, it seems companies have closed down. In fact, they gave me two names. They requested me not to give the names. These two companies, they had actually paid me to participate in GITEX. One had paid me even $1,500 to advertise their products and services in GITEX. I remember really well-to-do company those days. I was shocked to know that they closed down. And the reason one was the smartphone business, or the business that they were doing has just crashed. Another one was doing laptops and computers. It seems there's no demand. Another one is a multimillionaire who is a friend of mine. I wouldn't say a very close friend, but I know him. He has 2 Rolls Royce. He has luxury cars. I don't want to give too many details. He has more than 150 employees. Now it seems he has only 4, and he's completely bankrupt. His employee shared this information, got in touch with me through Facebook and told me this. I was really shocked, because you're talking of a guy who had 2 Rolls Royce and he was so rich. In fact, this guy, he gave me a tip. He gave me a tip of almost $1,000 plus. So he was that rich. It's pretty unfortunate. Couple of good news, if you want. The people who got jobs, that is this month, is retail manager, got a job. I'm very happy about it. 2 engineers, basic job, nothing great, not big salaries. 13 employees. This was one of the projects that I got. 13 of them, I helped them be placed in this new business venture. 3 of them got jobs, but this is not, let's say, official. They got part-time jobs for an online company. 2 bankers who lost their jobs. Well, I happened to place them in another part of the Middle East. And to my surprise, one of my ex-landlords, the managers, well, managed to get him in a basic, that is office boy, that kind of job in a bank. But the salary is good, so he's okay with that. So he used to work as a big, the designation was manager, but he used to get paid a very low salary. So here he works as a clerk and office boy, whatever, but he gets more or less the same and a little bit more, but some job is better than no job, which I always tell you. So these were the feedback bits that I managed to get from most of my people who are based in UAE. Now, let's move on to the news. First, let me have a sip of water. The first one is, this is global news, which I think would affect how we do business online. Just a basic information for you to know. Article 13, do a bit of research. Article 13, what it states, it's a EU, European Union copyright law. And the reason I bring this up is because if the EU, that is European Union, makes it official, it'll affect the Middle East countries as well, because they normally copy the laws to just be on the good side of EU. Now, the law is, it's pretty simple. Article 13 states the EU copyright directive. What it states is any content that is shared online, if anyone uses it, like YouTube, Dailymotion, or SoundCloud, if they use these, any of the content, like, for example, they use my videos, or they use music, or they show anything, you need to pay these people money. So let's say, for example, a news article comes, Loy Machedo, something about Loy Machedo. Now, because they're using my photograph, my image, or what I'm talking, or whatever I'm saying, they need to pay me a little bit of money, because my image, my thoughts all belong to me. However, this law is not without controversy, because it says, how can you, how do you know where to draw the line? For example, gamers, okay? There are a lot of people who make money online playing games. Some of them earn in millions, okay? They just play the game, they show the video of them playing the game, and they get millions of followers who love to see them play games. So, and gamers use Twitch and YouTube to share their content. When they're playing, people watch them live. So now the question is, do the video gamers own the copyright because it's their game? It is their music, the underlying code, the graphics. Are they the owners, or is it the gamer who's playing the game, who's talking as he's playing the game, who's sharing his experience, who's sharing his skills? So who gets a copyright? And that's a big question. So let's say, for example, I criticize the UAE, okay, in terms of, or I speak about Gulf News, Khalij Times, or I make fun of a movie, or I make fun of an actor. Now, because I'm using the content by Gulf News, is it copyright to Gulf News? Because I'm making fun of a movie, is it like, and I show a clip, or because I'm talking about the movie, is it, who does the content belong to? So it's really confusing. And personally, what I look at it as, when there's no solution, when there's only gray areas, they just throw the law out of the window because you can go round in circles. Now, why I'm telling you this is, if there's a big if, then in Dubai, you remember many years ago in the 70s and 80s, there was Al Mansour video and King's video. For those who have been in the UAE from 70s and 80s would know Al Mansour video, King's video, and Sabah video. They used to buy original movies, Hindi and English, original movies. And those days of the videotape. You never had, downloadable material. You never had the internet. So on the video cassettes, they used to record in empty cassettes, and they used to give it for rent. And that is how King's video, Mansoor video, and Sabah video made lots of money. They had multiple branches all over. There were even these, CD shops. There were even these music shops. They were busy making money. When this law came, King's video, Sabah video, Mansoor video all shut down. They just shut down. They lost millions, including all these CD shops. And, when iTunes came out, people stopped buying record labels, Blockbuster videos. And, so what I'm trying to tell you is, if this law comes into play and they make a wrong decision, it'll impact businesses in the Middle East. Okay. The next one is airlines shutting down worldwide. So if Vox.com, what it has reported is Wow Air, okay? Wow Air, which was Icelandic, I think it was Icelandic, yeah. They just shut down, just abruptly, leaving millions of passengers, if not millions, hundreds of thousands of passengers worldwide. It is the 8th European airline since 2018 to shut down. Now, the reason being is fluctuating fuel cost and too much of competition. Now, if you thought that is the only airline, well, let me share with you 14 other names. These are the 14 other airlines that have shut down in the span of, 1 year. I don't want to take out their names individually, but you can see the list. It's 14 airlines. Now, the reason why I'm sharing this with you is this will affect the Middle East also. The Middle East also are facing the same pressure. And Emirates Airlines, the bigger they are, the harder they'll fall. We've seen this happen with Etihad, which is having billions of dollars of loss. We're seeing it with Fly Dubai, and now we are seeing it with Emirates Airlines. How will this affect? They will have to cut down their cost. They'll have to sell off routes. They'll have to sell off the aircrafts, and lots of people, pursers, cabin crew, regular staff, all of them will lose jobs, and this will, have a domino effect for the rest of the economy. Now, the next one, just let me have a sip. Next one is Facebook. Facebook actually shuts down 103 pages that belong to a Pakistani group. They were talking bad about India. And Facebook found out that they were linked with the Inter-Service Public Relations of the Pakistan Military, ISPR. And these people had spent $1,100 on advertisement bad-mouthing India. And at the same time, you had Congress Party being a very naughty boy, Congress Party criticizing Modi. So now what Facebook said is, we are not shutting them down because of the content. You're free to agree or disagree. You're free to talk bad about India. You're free to talk bad about Modi. You're free to agree or disagree. However, when you have a coordinated attack or coordinating inauthentic fake behavior. Like, let's say, for example, me, I'll create 10 accounts and I'll coordinate these attacks to, attack, say, X, Y, or Z, and I pay money. That's not normal behavior. It's, I have planned something before the elections or planned, then it gets affected. However, if I don't like a political party or I don't like a person or individual or whatever, say a figure, and every day I share one post, doing it normal, then they'll not remove my, my Facebook page. So I think this has become a big issue, especially after, the big controversy of Facebook faced with the Cambridge Analytica, and they also faced with Donald Trump becoming the president, all that Mueller's investigation. Now, that is why anyone who creates fake accounts and has these coordinated attacks, I think they will shut down. The next one is global news. This is Sony will terminate 2,000 employees. 2,000 employees will lose jobs. The reason being is the smartphone division is failing. Like I told you, the number of smartphones that are being launched in Dubai, almost every single fucking day. Huawei launches this new phone, Sony launches this new phone, LG launches a new fucking phone, Apple keeps launching new fucking phones. Samsung launches. How many fucking phones will you keep buying? How many times you'll keep buying a new phone? What are you going to do with fucking new phones? All these companies, I'll tell you, my prediction is 80% of all these phone manufacturers are going to shut down. There'll only be 2 or 3, max 3. Rest everyone is going to shut down. So if you're working for a smartphone company or your business is based on smartphones, your company will shut down. Trust me when I say this. Whatever prediction I've given is based on research. I'm telling you market behavior and market patterns. So if you're working for a smartphone company or your company's business survives on smartphones, smartphone accessories, or advertisements through smartphone companies, you better find a new job because you're going to be without a job. Next one is Subway is shutting down. Not shutting down in the sense Subway is having a tough time. It seems that Bloomberg reported that 1,100 Subway locations in the United States have closed down. It is the third straight year that more number of shops are closing down than they are opening up. Subway is still considered one of the most successful because there are 40,000 locations. However, it seems that now they're going through a shift. There's a paradigm shift. Just as you had phases where you had Atkins diet, everyone went crazy, then they lost interest. Then you had Bill Clinton, who one day just out of the blue said he loves the southern beach diet or something like southwest beach diet, and then that took off. Then you had the paleo diet that went for some time. Now it's dying out. So in the same way, Subway, people said it's very healthy. In that sandwich, you can mix salad, you lose weight. That the guy who got, I think, jailed for being a pedophile later on, he lost hundreds of pounds. He became very slim. So then Subway caught up. But then when he got jailed for being a pedophile, he had, I think, child porn. I don't know why the fuck they do that. Really, they have some mental sickness where you get fascinated by children. It's a mental sickness. So then Subway decided to keep away from him, but then they started to go on a decline anyway. So it seems that a spokesperson for Subway is saying they're investing 18 million to improve their menu and customer service. But personally, I'll tell you, Subway is also going to be, it's not going to shut down, but they're going to be just like the KFC, the Pizza Hut. They're not going to grow any further. It's going to just stagnate. Yes, they are going to shut down many more branches, but then it'll reach an equilibrium, and that's where it's going to be stuck. Unless, of course, you have a major big competitor. If that comes out, you have a competitor who gives you better service, better quality, more innovative menu, then Subway will shut down. But I would give it a lifeline of 5 to 10 years. So if you're working for Subway, don't worry. But if you're running a Subway business, you better be worried. Because I know people who have opened up Subway shops, they are closing down. Next one. One second. I don't know why this one was such a big news. I really have no idea why people were going so crazy. It seems Saudi is spying on Jeff Bezos. And it was on BBC, it was on HuffPost. Saudi Arabia hacked Amazon boss's phone, and personally, I don't know why it was a big deal. All phones can be hacked. Anyone's account can be hacked. The only thing I found surprising is Saudi is it's a big fucking country. What are you doing focusing on one individual? Anyone's phone can be hacked. Okay, it's not a big fucking deal. So I don't know why people are going crazy. In fact, if you're talking of phone hacking, you have UAE in the news. And for those of you who keep saying, oh, you're a hater, fake news. Okay, I'll give you the links. Reuters is not fake news. RT.com is not fake news. Jazeera, okay, fine. Jazeera, that is Qatar, doesn't like UAE, so let's exclude Jazeera. But you have Reuters and you have RT, okay? And if you believe that Jazeera also gives you substantial news, these are the three links. The headlines are somewhat like United States spies helped UAE hack phones of Jazeera chairman and BBC host and other journalists. The other headline is US hackers helped UAE spy on Jazeera chairman. Okay, so the story is very simple. American hackers who are part of US intelligence, they have helped the UAE to spy on BBC host, chairman of Al Jazeera, and other prominent figures. The American operatives worked for, you can Google this, Project Raven, which is Emirati intelligence program. So you don't have to believe me, or Dark Matter, DARKMATTER. They say it's a security web-based company, but they are also doing all this. So you don't have to believe me, you just Google Project Raven or Dark Matter, you'll come to know all this. I personally look at it as, I don't see it as a big deal. I just feel that USA, they got these guys from where? From USA. So obviously USA is doing with other countries, Russia is doing with other countries, European Union is doing with everyone else. So why not UAE? Why not Saudi? Why not everyone else? So everyone's hacking everyone's phone. That is why for me, I don't keep any firewall. I don't keep anything. You want to hack, you can fucking hack. I've kept a backup. So anytime you want to hack, you can fucking hack. I keep hard disk that is not connected to the computer. I keep it separate. I have, the web-based services. So, just in case. So many guys keep trying to hack, they hack and they're successful in hacking my website. So many other things. It just goes on. This is a never-ending thing. In fact, I found this next article is surprising and it's gaining traction. The reason why I find it surprising is because UAE's official, Mr. Gargash, Anwar Gargash, is actually supporting Israel and saying that they need to develop relationships. Now, I'm kind of skeptical about this report because Al Jazeera has reported this. So maybe Qatar wants UAE to fall into trouble. However, where I'm skeptical about that also is because UAE, the software that UAE and Saudi is using is Pegasus. The Pegasus software, not the Pegasus game. And this Pegasus software, it was manufactured and created by Israel. So how did UAE and Saudi get their hands on a software which was created by Israel, which if you have to get this, you need the explicit permission of the government. So Israel said yes, that's how Saudi and UAE got it. So, maybe they're showing that they hate each other, but they're friends. Like, they say the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Like, for example, when Obama was speaking to Putin, the cameras, the microphone was on and they managed to capture Obama telling Putin that, my elections are coming up, re-election, so I would need you to do this for me. So, I scratch your back, you scratch my back. So, that's why I tell you, politics, maybe Modi and Rahul Gandhi hate each other publicly, but, for Indians would know that, but maybe they actually love each other. Maybe Modi and Imran Khan show that they hate each other. Maybe they're friends. You never know this. Coming to UAE-based news. I'm drinking a soda water, in case you're wondering what am I drinking. Okay. The next one is UAE citizens are involved in this. UAE citizens, this is from Reuters. Many of the UAE citizens, they opted for Comoros passports. Okay, Comoros, what they were doing is they were selling their citizenship for cash. So if you pay them a substantial amount of money, you'll get a nice little citizenship. So you can have a UAE passport and a Comoros passport. Now, what is the benefit? Some countries where they don't want to show, I'm local, And if they say that, they get, oh, ISIS, Allah Akbar, you are terrorist. They show, I am from Comoros, Africa. Okay, you don't need to worry. Ooga booga, So they had a choice between showing UAE passport and Comoros. And they offered this service to people from UAE and Kuwait. It seems 48,000, just imagine, took this option. However, out of that 6,000, it seems, tried to cheat or play dirty, and they managed to get through the shortcuts. So many of the documents were forged, many of the signatures were forged, and when they found out, by the time they discovered they maybe had an audit, they found 43 billion Comoros francs. That's around 100 million US dollars. There was a gap of that amount, and that is why the current president Azali Assoumani, okay, he suspended all citizenship sales. One of the big things why it is a major scandal is because if you have to get the passport, it has to be authorized by the president. So it seems that people are actually forging the president's signatures. You can imagine what a big deal it must be. The next one is a Saudi company with almost, unofficially, these are the numbers, they had more than 10,000 expatriates, 10,000 working for them. This is reported by Arabian Business. Its name of the company is the construction giant Saudi Ogre. Okay, it was operated by Lebanese Prime Minister Saad Hariri. So the construction giant Saudi Ogre, G-E-R, Ogre. Okay, Ogre. It seems 10,000 of them have unpaid wages, 10,000 of them have their end of service benefits not paid, and many of these poor expatriates are stuck in Saudi. So this is one of the reasons why I always tell expatriates don't want to work for Middle East companies or Middle East countries because of this. Someone doesn't pay you a salary, you can't fucking do anything. Someone says, fuck off, I don't want to give you your end of service benefits, you can't take them to court. So this is one of the big reasons why so many expatriates today don't want to come in the Gulf. Okay, next one, let me have soda. Very gassy. Okay, this is now UAE based news, which I'll be giving. This one is by Bloomberg, and it was also confirmed by Reuters. It seems that Dubai's growth that they had predicted, the UAE government had predicted that they are going to go into 3% growth. It has not actually happened, 3 to 5%. They actually achieved less than 2%. It's actually 1.9% for 2018. So it's not looking very good for UAE. On the positive side, you can look at it as a glass half full and say that, yes, we did it. We got 1.9% growth. But on the negative side, you can say that UAE speculated will do 3%, will do 5%, we'll do very well. But they got only half of it. So the reality is Dubai's economy has grown the slowest in 9 years. So this should be something that you should be worried about. The next news is UN, that is United Nations. They're coming out with a new law that can really impact the Middle East. And if they come out with this law, it will destroy the money that the Middle East countries make. So what is the law, or what is the rule that they're coming out? It seems arcane pollution rule will cost the oil producing countries billions. So this report is March 26th. The biggest oil exporting regions, the countries, that is OPEC, they'll lose billions of dollars if United Nations makes a new law that is low sulfur fuel, which could completely destroy the SAR crude demand. So they are asking for cleaner fuel. See, you don't need to know the technical aspects. All you need to understand, if you're not a very technical person, even I'm not, is the fuel that they're coming out with. What they're saying is, no, we have this new law. This fuel is not acceptable. You either have to, get rid of it, get new fuel, or process this. So what will happen is Saudi Arabia, Iraq, UAE, all these Gulf regions that produce heavy, high sulfur crude oil, it'll take a hit. Now, they will lose around $1 to $5 per barrel. Now you'll be like, why only $1 $5? What the fuck? Just one barrel, you lose $1. How can it affect a country with only $1? Well, if you see the calculations, Middle East countries sell around 20 million barrels or barrels a day, 20 million barrels. So if you remove $1, you lose $1, that's 20 million. You lose $20 million a day. So if you calculate it in this way, the Middle East countries would lose around $7 billion to $37 billion annually. Now that is a big amount of money. And if they do get affected by this, you're going to see, these Arab locals who are driving a Cadillac, who are driving expensive, four-wheel drive and all, they'll go back to sitting on their camels and being the nice Arab locals that they were. The next one is, this one is by MiddleEastMonitor.com. It seems that they're coming out with new rules, which is going to affect all the expatriates in the Middle East region. This is rather disturbing because for the expatriates who are working there, because what they're doing is they're making these new rules and new laws to boost citizens from working. Let's have a look. In Qatar, you have 91% who are expatriates. UAE has 89%. Kuwait has 72%. Bahrain has 54%. If they come out with these new rules to make the citizens work, okay, then what is going to happen is many expatriates will lose their job. Now you would say, why then? Why the hell do they want the locals to work? Let the expatriates work. I'll tell you why. They are losing oil. They are no longer the superpowers that they were. Those days of glory are gone. And the governments, they have to take the role of being a parent. They have to take the role of being responsible. They know for a fact we are having citizens who are bums. And it's a fact. UAE citizens, the majority of them are fucking bums. They cannot fucking work. I want 10 times salary of expatriate. I'm local. Okay? They want big fucking salaries. They're fucking lazy. They don't come on time. They leave much more fucking early. They have to pray 5 times a fucking day because as per their interpretation of their religion, they are local and they have to be treated like fucking gods. So those days are gone. Today, expatriates are telling, fuck you. You're a local, so fuck you. Take this, your finger shoved up your fucking ass. And nobody wants to come and work there. So when you don't have people coming there, you don't have revenues joining in. So one local, before he would have 100 people who needed his visa, okay, he would be the mudir, the manager, 51%. From having 100 people, now maybe he has 10. So how would he pay his expensive lifestyle? How would he take care of his wife buying expensive lacy undergarments and shoes? How would he pay for all the whores he's fucking, the booze he's drinking? He takes his family with his 5 children to 10 different countries to show, I'm local, Those days are gone. Now they'll have to work. Fish cutting, oh, we have to do that. Oh, cleaning, oh, maybe we have to do that. Small executive job, oh, maybe I have to do that. Maybe I have to go in the sun. Oh, maybe even filling petrol is not a low-level job. You'll have to do all that. Maybe you'll have to be a teacher. Maybe, these are jobs where you earn your livelihood. If there's no difference between a fucking expat and a fucking local. They're human beings. You motherfuckers, you enjoyed the government kissing your ass and taking care of you, big salaries. For stamp, I need $2,000, $8,000, $10,000 dirham for stamp because I'm local. Well, now from 8,000 dirham, 800 dirham. Stamp, what I do? I'm local, no degree. Kya karega main? Kya karega? Chai love. The guy will say, fuck you. You go bring chai yourself. So now you can't put your kandura with your leg on the steering wheel and say, Rafiq, chai. No. Now you'll see locals serving chai. I would like to see that day before I die. Anyway, so this article, what it really says is that 25 million expatriates are going to be affected, which will impact the countries, and that in turn will affect the citizens. You have UAE-based news, gulfnews.com, that also says that the fresh round of taxes that are going to come out, more taxes are going to come out. It's going to affect the UAE market. They had 100% tax on tobacco and energy drinks. and 50% tax on carbonated drinks. Now, they assumed that the tax on tobacco and energy drinks would not affect the sales. Tobacco, well, whether you put 100% tax or 500% tax, people will still continue smoking. So governments normally put taxes on products which they know no matter how much tax we put, people will still buy them. To their shock and surprise, the tobacco didn't get affected. Energy drinks got affected. Business went down. The biggest sufferers of this are carbonated drinks. Pepsi and Coke and all other soft drinks, they have lost 65% of their sales, because of which now many people have lost their jobs. I know because I spoke to many of the finance controllers. I spoke to people at very senior levels, and I was doing their resumes and helping them get jobs. It's becoming very tough. In fact, the next list of items is fast food, crisps, that is chips, some people call them, and sweets. UAE is conducting a study with Saudi and Oman, and I think it's going to affect everyone. So this is going to be a very, very big thing. Okay. This next report is rather very disturbing. You need to keep in mind that when I speak, when I talk about Jazeera, I'm aware of the fact that Jazeera belongs to Qatar, and Qatar would love to bash UAE. They don't bash up Qatar. They'll bash up enemies of Qatar. But when you talk of someone like Reuters, Reuters is a global news agency. They're not going to bash up any country in particular because they don't get any benefit out of that. They try to be as neutral as possible. So if you see Financial Times, ft.com, they don't hate UAE. Okay, Bloomberg or Financial Times, they don't hate any particular country. They try to give you a very neutral outlook. So here, what you have is Financial Times coming out with this article explicitly, not implicitly, explicitly stating that the Dubai days are over. Now, if you read this article, and I want you to read it, I'll put the link down below. What it states, I'm giving you a summary. Dubai had this business model. Now, what was the model? See, Dubai was a desert. They decided, we have a desert. Sheikh Mohammed decided, we have a desert. We will build a lot of buildings. Okay? And what made Dubai attractive is, guys, it's a blank slate. It's empty property. We will construct shopping malls. We will construct towers. We will construct businesses. You don't have to pay any tax. And if you bring your money, whether you're a drug dealer, whether you're an underworld guy, whether you're a smuggler, whether you're a politician, whether you're wanted by the FBI, they didn't say it explicitly, but it was a known fact. Bring your black money here, black money or illegal money, invest it here, and it becomes legal money. Okay? Whatever you want to do. I will close my eyes. You just bring the money, open a business, make it legal. Don't do any illegal stuff in UAE. And you can make money, and then you can put this money that you make out of profits, invest it, and reap the benefit. So many people came in because Dubai was a growing economy. It's like when a new business starts, like right now, Under Armour, when they competed with Nike and Reebok and Adidas, they grew. GoPro, when they started off, unique product, they just shot up. You have all these brands, when they start off, they just shoot up. They just shoot up because it's something new. There is the sense of a wow, novelty. Like even Apple, when it came out with the iPhone, just shot up the sales. When they came out with iPod, shot up. However, after a certain point, it reaches stagnation because it's not going to grow any further. Coca-Cola is in stagnation. Pepsi, stagnation. Apple, stagnation. GoPro, going down. Under Armour, more or less same. They're going to grow in Nike, Adidas, all of them. Okay, even Starbucks, when they grew, they maybe grew at 800%. Now they've reached stagnation, and now they're declining. So even Dubai, when it started off in the 70s and 80s, it was like virgin territory. Nothing was there, just desert. So it started to grow. Now, if you had, let's say, a building, studio apartment, in the 70s and 80s, you are actually renting it out, let's say a studio apartment, for 800 dirhams a year. I'm not exaggerating. Ask someone who was staying there in UAE from the 70s. It was 800 dirhams a year rent, 800 dirhams. In the 80s, late 80s, from 800 dirhams, it became 8,000 dirhams, 10 times more. In 2000, after the 90s, the 2000 the year came, from 8,000 became 16,000, again double. Then when the boom period came, that is global boom period, from 800 went to, let's say, 8,000, 10 times more, went to 16 double. And here was the tipping point. It didn't go from, let's say, for example, 16,000. It went to millions. How did they make the millions? You can buy this for 99 years. So where you were earning, let's say, a goose that lays golden eggs, one egg every day, you will get one egg. Let's say you're getting 16,000 dirhams. All of a sudden you say, I'm going to sell this to you, give me 1 million. Imagine 1 million instead of 16,000 every year, 1 million. All of a sudden, everyone went mad because you had mad people who had illegal money. I'll buy this property, I'll buy it for 1 million, I'll sell it for 10 million. Then I can sell it for 20 million. So everyone greed. When I tell people, when need is replaced by greed, when small successes make a person overconfident, they believe the sky's the limit. That is where, you don't have to believe me, just observe. Like, for example, if your parents were successful, let's say they had one business, one shop, then they made 2 shops, then they made 4 shops, then they made 10 shops. So obviously the confidence is there. I'm a visionary. Whatever I put my hand into, it'll succeed. They take bigger risks because they feel I'm too big to fail. However, what people never understand, and you need to read a little bit of history, you need to really do research for this. When the market dynamics change, when preferences change, when the generation changes, these legends of our time, they just crash and burn. Example, remember the video cassette recorder? What happened to it? Remember the big TV, Triniton, Sony TV? What happened to it? Remember the Walkman? What happened to it? Do you remember this one? Like even iPhone. It was the only smartphone. Today, so many. It's a dying market. Think about, for example, Dubai. Okay, think about all these brands, all these big powerful brands. Look at film actors. They are known, then they become super famous, and then they vanish. Nobody gives a fuck about them. So everything is a phase. You have Levi's that became like a household name. You had, you remember the Air Jordans, Nike shoes. Today, there are so many other options. So everything is a fucking phase. Did anyone predict the demise of Lehman Brothers? Did anyone predict Arthur Andersen destroyed? Did anyone predict that United States would crash? Its economy would crash so badly that you would have billions of companies. The .com. Anyone thought that Hotmail would no longer be the leader? Anyone predicted that, floppy disk, floppy drives? Remember Atari? Remember these games like Sega? Remember, so many games, so many electronics. We had CD writers, now we have just USBs. So everything is a shift. There is a shift, a tendency. So even with Dubai, it has moved through its phase. And now, that phase is no more. Just as social media. Nobody predicted that social media would take it. There was no Facebook those days. There was no Google those days. There was no YouTube those days. Nobody predicted all this. And this has changed the way we do business. In fact, if I look at it, if YouTube was not there, if Google was not there, if the internet was not there, I can't make money like this. Do you think that this was a career many years ago that I could sit in a forest in Samui, share videos, millions of people would be watching it and paying me money for my services? This career didn't exist. So in the same way, Dubai had its peak, a phase where Everyone said Gulf. Oh, he's working in the Gulf. Oh, he must be making millions. Oh, tax-free money. So those days, black money used to come in the desert, make it white money, have all these business. So that is how you had medical centers, you had hypermarkets, shopping malls, properties, all these being created. However, after Google came, social media came, form of communication like WhatsApp and all that, information started to leak. People found out how expatriates were being treated. People found out that, oh, there is corporate racism. We had one generation that went through 40, 50 years of actual experience. So we didn't have that data before. Like when I was young, my parents never had any data. But today I have two generations, my parents and my friends' parents. Let's say my friends' parents, okay? So two generations, say 100 years. 100 years of data. I've seen how do they make money, what happens when they reach 40, what happens when they reach 50, what happens when they reach 60, and then what? Same thing with my parents. So all this data is there. And now people are asking, do I want to be same like my parents? When my parents were there, they never knew what is after 50, what is after 60, what is the impact of being a non-resident of your country, Indian, Pakistani, Bangladeshi, whatever, non-resident Canadian or American citizen. What is the drawback of not having citizenship of UAE? What is the drawback of not being a first-class citizen? Nobody knew all this. So today, people know all this. That is why nobody wants to stay in Dubai. That is why nobody wants to stay in the Middle East. See, now UAE came out with, oh, the largest shopping mall, the largest tower, oh, this city, Falcon City, Emirati City, Chess City, Sports City, Arabian ranches, then village, Sam fucking, whatever. They came out with so many fucking concepts. It was not there before. It was something new. Internet city, media city, technology city, academic city, outsource city. They come out with so many. That time it was new. There was a novelty. Today we have data. And when we study the data, we realize there's always a hype and then crash. Palm Island, there was a hype. They didn't deliver. There was a crash. Palm Island 1, 2, 3. Then you had, obviously, all the big news that they said. Sheikh Maktoum Airport is going to bring 20 million, 80 million, 100 million people. And we're going to do this vision, that vision, so many visions. But now when you have the data of 50 years, you realize Dubai always hypes. Oh, the shopping festival was, such a big success. Oh, summer surprise. Oh, such a big success. Oh, we are making millions. Oh, millions are getting jobs and millions of salaries and millions of vacancies. And this project is a success and that is a success. Now they realize, man, you're just taking me for a fucking ride. You're lying. You're giving me news about the future when you have not achieved anything what you predicted 20 years ago or 10 years ago or 5 years ago. You simply give me fake fucking promises. So you lie to them once, twice, thrice. Finally, people will stop believing you. You cry wolf, wolf, wolf. One day when there's a real wolf, nobody's going to believe you. So today, when they come out with these new properties, well, they've realized nobody's buying them for the amount which they thought they would buy it for. If you check today, the property market is selling for, $250,000 less than what it was selling. The mess that they have made is so many properties were commissioned 5 years ago, means permission to build. Now they are being completed, so 5 years later. And where they predicted that each housing unit would give them millions of dollars, now they have small amounts, so that has affected their incomes. You have more than 200,000 fucking properties that are going to be ready by Expo 2020. When UAE got Expo 2020, yes, Expo 2020, Allahu Akbar, yes, we are the greatest. Today people are asking, what the fuck is Expo 2020? You are assuming that people are going to invest. You're assuming that it's going to be a success. Well, all people have realized is the last 4 40 years, you were just fucking lucky, and you kept saying the vision of the Arabs, the vision, the greatness of the leadership of the Arab. Well, now what has happened? The vision of Arab, the leadership of Arab, nothing. I'm building buildings, I'm making this one, that one. Nobody's investing money. And then everyone's going to bamboozle you. Before, we buy 40 aircraft, we buy 100 aircraft, or we are Emirates Airline, we are going to compete the largest erection in Dubai. That is the Burj, largest erection, largest shopping mall, largest city, largest eco this thing, largest nuclear, largest this thing. Now it's become the largest failure, largest financial disaster, largest I got fucked in the ass. So that's what is happening. And what is the reason for this? Well, number one, too many fraudsters. Number two, too many incomplete projects. Number three, which UAE is guilty for? Too much of fucking hype. Like if your dick is 1 inch, oh, it's 10 inch. It is like this. It is so big, so big, not so small. It's so big. Then too many unpaid suppliers. Any government project, if you do the work, you never get the money on time. Don't have to believe me. Just go and check the companies, electromechanical companies, all these construction companies that completed government-based projects. Did they get paid on time, and did they get paid the amount that they agreed on initially? Then point number 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth one is changing laws. Laws keep changing every fucking time. In UAE, the problem is they can have a law today, they can have a law tomorrow. Oh, the UAE government has decided now you're going to pay VAT, you're going to pay FAT, you're going to pay cat and dog and tourism fee and ministry fee. Then after 2 years, nobody is coming investing in. Okay, discount, no tourism fee, no VAT, cat and dog and horse. No, nothing. Free. Come. So they keep changing laws. Number 6 is job security is not there. Because of job security not being there, number 6. Number 7 is expat are leaving in large numbers. Okay. Then you have if an expat leaves or he decides life is too expensive, then children discontinue school, which affects everyone. Then expenses are spiraling out of control. The dirham doesn't have the purchasing power that it once had. Then next one is people have realized without citizenship, you're in no man's land. Then you have social media, which now tells the truth. You cannot stop WhatsApp. You cannot stop. UAE keeps saying, we have blocked Skype. We have blocked WhatsApp. We have blocked this. We have blocked that. Well, guess what? So many of my customers and clients get in touch with me via WhatsApp, via Facebook Messenger, via Skype. So what are you going to do? Arrest all the people, the millions of people who are using VPN? You can't stop it, man. New software has come out every time. Then they have realized that UAE, is a country that is not stable. They've realized that UAE just likes to show that they are big, but they are not. And last, if not the least, this why people have, the UAE hype doesn't work is they've learned whatever in UAE is just whatever you earn, you spend. Now, especially given the fact that you can get credit cards easy, you can get loans easy, most of the locals who show that they're big-ass cars, big four-wheel drive, the latest cars they buy, the latest phone, they're buying it on loan, they're buying it on credit card, they're buying it on auto loans. Why? Because they give these like popcorn. And that is why now UAE government has realized, shit, we need to stop. We need to put a cap on this. Banks have also realized, banks are charging the highest fucking interest. Everyone is fucking everyone else. In fact, even if you're sick, the doctors take you for a fucking ride and they give you the most complicated operation. And they end up chopping your leg, your hand and saying that, oh, he's got this infection, gangrene and this and that. You can't trust the fucking doctors because when you're unconscious, you don't know what the fuck they're doing. They can cut something and say, oh, there was bleeding, internal bleeding. Oh, sorry. And why UAE is facing all this? Let me give you another 20 reasons, okay? You can challenge me on this, okay? For those of you saying fake news. Number 1, international trade has been affected globally, and that is affecting UAE, especially it's, now the OPEC region is no longer unified. Second one is being openly blacklisted by the EU, even though they were doing all this shit from before, but now they're being openly blacklisted. Number 3 is the lack of unity, which I told you. And Qatar and UAE are going neck to neck. They are just killing each other. Number 4 is the Yemen crisis, where they are losing billions. Okay. Number 5 is being exposed as a center for human rights violation. And now so many people are talking about it. So many. That they are torturing other people. This was there from some years, but now people are talking about it, especially in social media. Number 6 is the absolute fiasco of Expo 2020. UAE knows. The locals know. UAE Expo 2020 is a fucking failure. They are trying desperate to save face. It's not working out. Number 7 is the unpredictable business environment. Every day there's a new fucking law, new charges, laws are changing. Number 8 is there's no unity in the laws. Implementation. Like for example, let's say, I'm giving you grassroots. A guy runs a restaurant. Inspector comes. Oh, this is not good. Okay, there's a cockroach here. This is not clean. Voila, you get fined 500 dirham. Okay. He goes, he paints it, makes sure there's no cockroach, and makes it clean. Inspector comes. What you do? Why you put this color? You should have put some other colors. But he'll say, sir, you never told me. Oh, you telling me? You telling me? Okay, voila, 1,000 fine. You shout at me. You can't do anything. Let's say he does it the way the inspector. He goes to the inspector, makes sure whatever he has told him. He comes next time. Oh, the air. There's no circulation. Okay, 500 fine. So the guy who runs the restaurant is like, sir, can you tell me all the violations at one go so that you don't have to keep giving fine? Why? You tell me what to do? Okay, fine. Fine again. This is one of the bigger problems. And another issue over there, same point is, you go to the ministry, they have one rule. You go to the visa counter, you ask him the same thing, he has a different translation. You go to the third guy, he has a different translation. And each one will say their own rule. And each department is different. There's no unified list of laws. Like Sharjah is different from Dubai. Dubai is different from Ras Al Khaimah. Ras Al Khaimah is different from Fujairah. So what do? That is how people are taking, advantage of the law loopholes. Then number 9, this one is explicit and everyone knows it, corporate racism. Local will always get paid much more than Indian, Pakistani, Bangladeshi. Sure, same job, same designation, same everything. Who the fuck wants to take that? Yes, people with low fucking esteem or people with no fucking choices, they are like those guys. But this new breed that is coming, they're like, fuck you, I'm going to take shit. Fuck this local, fuck this country, fuck everything. You on the same job, you either pay me or fuck you, I don't want. So you get only people with low self-esteem, and that means low quality coming to UAE who are ready to take shit from a local. Nobody else wants to take shit. Number 10, locals, because they know the government is supporting them, they beat their chest and I'm local. Okay. That only happens in their own country. The motherfucker, when he goes west, you can't say, I'm local. They'll say, fuck you. Fucking put your cut dick up your fucking hairy ass. So local. That's why even in Thailand, when these guys, most of these Arab guys, when they come here, I'm local, they fucking get beaten up by even these females, They can't beat their chest. They can't say, oh, give me discount. They'll say, fuck off. Go back to your same fucking desert camel fucking country you came from. Yeah, seriously, I'm not hating on them. I'm telling you actual facts. Then point number 11, everyone knows this. Locals can never work for the same salary as everyone. They just don't want to be equal to other nationalities. They don't want the same salary. They don't want same treatment. They want to be treated like VIPs, which the governments are realizing, shit, we can no longer provide this benefit. Then point number 12 is the lifestyle, the upbringing. They are in a protected fucking environment. That is why you'll never, I know, I'm challenging you on this. Okay, open challenge. UAE locals will only be CEOs and directors in UAE. Qatar also same. Saudi also same. Bahrain, Oman. Can you show me one UAE local who's CEO of a multinational company in US? Can you show me one Saudi local who is CEO of a global company based in some other country? No, you'll never see these locals having big positions in multinational companies outside their country. In their country, they'll get a lot of fucking air put up their ass. Outside, nobody gives a fuck about them because they have zero fucking skills. Okay, this is because of the upbringing. So you bring a child in the wrong way, the child will be a fucking asshole. And this is what most, not all, most of them are. Point number 13 is even though they say there is no taxes, there are plenty of hidden charges. From VAT to you have fines and everything else. So there are a lot of tons of hidden charges. Point number 14, which everyone knows, no, there's no job security at all. Point number 15, you are in no man's land. You leave your country, you come to this country, spend 20 years in UAE. When you go back to your country, nobody fucking knows you because the people who you're born and raised with, they died. The new generation says, who the fuck is the old man? So neither the Gulf country wants you, nor your own country wants you. And then you got a choice, okay, I'll go to Canada and US, and there also nobody fucking wants you. So you're in no man's land. Point number 16, the financial laws are fucked up. A bounce check is a fucking criminal offense, which is only in fucking the Middle East. I mean, they don't even have bankruptcy protection laws. This is so fucked up. Point number 17 is the government can fuck you. They can break their own fucking laws, but you cannot demand justice from them. Example. Let's say you took a government service. You have to pay on fucking time or you'll get fucked. Even if it's 10 dirhams, like Etisalat, Salik, it can be 10 dirhams. But if you provide the government, let's say you provide 1 million worth of raw material. The due date is on December. You go to them and say, give them the money. They'll say, come after 6 months. We will pay you after 6 months. We are Sheikh XYZ. This is his company. What are you going to do? Take the Sheikh to the fucking government? So 10 dirhams, they'll fuck you. But 1 million, they have to pay you. They can fuck you again. So what do? Point number 18 is this fiasco that they are localizing fucking jobs, which is never going to fucking work because the locals are fucking lazy. Point number 19 is the fake fucking news. Everybody fucking knows that they come out with fake reports. And point number 20, which now is being talked about, is speculation. UAE is nothing but speculative numbers and footfall to the shopping malls, which shopping malls have realized you're faking the numbers. Fake numbers to state how many passengers are coming and visiting UAE airports. Fake numbers whereby, we are giving you 80%, 90%, 100% discount. Everyone realized that they're just playing numbers from their ass. In 5 years, we're going to have 100 million people stay in UAE. Fuck off. So these are the 20 points because of which UAE is getting fucked. Okay? And what has happened is they have realized now people are no longer dumb. People are no longer stupid. But it's too fucking late. So what they're doing now is, we will offer you long-term visa. We will offer you, we will take care of you. We are, this is the year of tolerance. Pope John Paul, come. We love Christian, we love Hindu, we love Sikh. Allah Akbar and you, we will dance. La la la, la la la. Oh Ganesha, oh Lord Shiva, la la la. Everyone happy. Long-term year of tolerance. Well, nobody's falling for it because you spent years kissing white ass. You said, fuck you to the Asians who built the country. Now, the Asian countries have grown. The white Gora countries are stagnated. So now they're saying, fuck you. And which has resulted in UAE having a $20 billion debt. So this financial report states nothing but this in a nutshell. So you let me know what are your thoughts. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you say, no, this is not the case. This is actually the case. Okay. Next one. This one is UAE is showing desperation to market Expo 2020. This was sent to me by a couple of travel agents who are based in India. It seems that they have this hashtag, Dil Se Dubai. And they're inviting all the travel agents. So I just asked these guys, do you think this is working out? What was the response? One of them, he sent me this, Loy, it's very bad. Nobody's interested. No rain, whichever country. So a chain of business has got affected. Travelers are reduced. Moreover, it's so damn hot here. People don't want to visit a desert. Obviously, when India is hot, why should they visit a hotter country? State has got heated up because of election. Nobody's thinking of traveling. I can see travelers repeatedly wanting to visit Singapore, Malaysia, and Thailand for shopping, for chicks, nothing else. Another travel agent has sent me this. I'm not going. I asked him, "Are you going?" He said, "I'm not going. They are just jokers wasting time. If they sponsor my travel, I can think of traveling through, though it's my state. Basically, what I'm going to get if I attend the meeting properly and exposure, but I'm not generous enough to spend my time and money to get exposure of their business while losing my day's income." Another one, I asked him, "Are you going?" He said, "It's a road show, but I don't know what they're going to do. To be honest, I guess those eminent companies are calling us to boost and promote UAE and Expo 2020. It's not the season to travel in the Middle East because of the weather, bad business in all sectors. Lavish spenders might think of traveling to Dubai, but for the past 3 months, we didn't even get one family wanting to visit Dubai, which I don't know whether you're shocked, but for me, that's a bit fucking shocking. Since 3 months, not even one family wants to visit Dubai. And maybe that is why you have this next news from Khaleej Times, which says 90% discount, 90. You know, my question to you is this. If Dubai was doing so well, would they offer 90% discount? That's a big question. All right, the next piece of news is this one is from gulfbusiness.com, which says that Grand Hyatt Abu Dhabi Hotels and Residence Emirates Pearl closes for issues beyond its control. Now, this was a five-star property that opened in Cornish last year of June. I managed to fortunately get in touch with one of the employees who stated that, they were having problems with the hotel. Everyone's talking about it, but nobody wanted to make it official, especially, write about it on social media. So it seems that they had a lot of internal issues and problems. Now, he has told me a couple of stories, but I don't want to confirm this unless I get it from someone who wants to open up with more details, because he gave me a couple of vague stuff like, there was mismanagement of funds, salaries were not paid. So he didn't actually give me concrete bits of information. So anyway, the news that is official is Grand Hyatt is in the process of terminating its contract with these property and owners. They want to distance themselves because they don't want the brand that is Grand Hyatt to be affected. They want to distance themselves from all the bad publicity. Then moving to Khaleej Times, you have an Indian expat. All our Indians are very good at this. Very smart, but they use their brains for the wrong reasons. 32-year-old Indian businessman. I don't know why do you call him a businessman. He should be a con man. 32-year-old Indian businessman with runaway accomplices managed to siphon off dirhams 9 million. But it seems that he left a small change, 36 dirhams or something, or a few dollars. He took 9 million, must have borrowed it for a loan, and he ran away. But it seems they managed to catch him. Did they catch him? I'm not too sure. Yeah. So how did he do this? It seems that first he applied for a SIM card replacement in the victim's name, impersonating him at the telecom provider. And this is why I tell people, do not give your Emirates ID card to anyone. I know of an idiot who did that, and he also had the same experience. But obviously, he didn't lose 9 million. So if anyone asks for your Emirates ID card, do not give it under any circumstance, even your passport, because these two are documents that should be with you always. So it seems that I'm pretty sure he got this ID or this ID in his hand, must have done some manipulation, and that is where he applied for a SIM card, which is why nowadays you cannot get a SIM card without an Emirates ID. Then he contacted the bank through this same mobile number. The bank, a toll-free number, they have this a very simple verification. If you're calling from the number that you're registered with, well, they consider you approved because they can read which number is coming there. And then they send a person with the ID card or even a credit card. They send them to your residence. And once you're there, you show them the Emirates ID card. You get the replacement done. And through that, he managed to transfer 9 million, which he left, I think, 36 dirhams as, understanding, because he didn't want to take everything. So it seems that this guy has been caught, and he has been accused of forgery. So, like I always tell you, you do fucking shit like this, your whole life is going to be behind bars. So ask yourself, is it worth spending your whole life behind bars for whatever sum of money? This one is from Gulf News. It seems that a number of Ras Al Khaimah citizens are committing suicide, and that is why they have launched this 25 social workers. It's called Atmarakasha, protect the soul, Atmarakasha, whatever Hindi word must be. So they are working closely with the Indian Relief Committee, IRC, Indian Workers Resource Center, IWRC, Welfare Initiative Ministers Overseas for Indian Affairs, Government of India, GOI, and the Indian Consulate of Dubai to assist Indian workers. My opinion about this is not going to help, apart from a little bit of counseling, because at the end of the day, it all comes down to money. If you have someone who cannot handle himself, cannot handle his emotions, cannot handle his finances, makes wrong decisions, and yes, gets slapped with bad luck. Someone is depressed. He needs, let's say, 10,000, 100,000, which is 50 times his capacity. What is he going to pay? Yes, if he's lucky to get someone who's charitable to pay all the loans and everything else, and for him to go back, fine. Otherwise, I'm not trying to bash them up. I'm not saying that they're doing something bad. But in order for something like this to have sustenance or stamina to survive, they obviously need donations. So if anyone wants to donate to these people, just Google search, ATMARAKSHA, Protect the Soul, Ras Al Khaimah, or just Google. I'll put the link below. Just go to Gulf News and Indian Ras Al Khaimah Indian Expats for Social Workers launch. So I hope you can help some of them. Next one is, it seems to be a common thing. On one side, you have a school that loves to make money on Indian parents, stingy Indian parents. On the other hand, you have stingy Indian parents who want the cheapest, bestest for themselves. So it's a war that will go on. Money-making entity and stingy parents. So Indian high school, it seems in Gulf News, parents are complaining once again, and they're saying, why you are not giving me the list of books so I can buy the cheapest stuff from India, so I get cheap stuff from you, cheap education, cheap school fees, cheap everything. So I get the bestest deal, so I don't have to spend money, but my children get the bestest education. While Indian high school says, fuck you, you have to pay money, we will charge you more, you will not want to make money. So it's both of them are fighting with each other. One nice statement which I found here is, in a statement to Gulf News, Indian High School Dubai said there have been several rumors pertaining to the sale of books on social media and particularly WhatsApp groups. I wonder who they're talking about. Is it Loy Machedo by any chance and his videos on YouTube that people are sharing? By people with vested interest. Yes, I'm making billions of dollars from those stingy parents who don't even give me $1, $1. They don't give me anything, but they want me to share these videos. A lot of incorrect information is misleading the parent community. Yeah, there is no smoke without fire. So if you open your legs and someone says, oh, she's being a whore, well, close your legs or put out the fire. Well, anyway, as per Indian high school, they're going by the norms from the past 20 years. For past 20 years, they're sucking the blood of these stingy parents. And for the past 20 years, the stingy Indian parents want a discount and the bestest price. So anyway, and then this video was shared with me where all the parents are standing in a long line to get the books, and this is the same fucking shit that happens, which actually doesn't happen in other, I don't know whether you call it civilized places, or all the people are like running behind fish market, it's a discounted fish. I find this really embarrassing, which happens in all these bookshops. They have to make money. Okay, next one is Emirati jailed for 10 years. It seems Emirati. I was pretty surprised. I was like, UAE jails an Emirati? How dare they? That also a local shokel. But then I found out that Emirati said bad things about UAE, published false information and lies about UAE. So obviously, if this is UAE and this is baby Emirati says, fuck you Dubai, fuck you UAE, UAE will, and then it's like Tom and Jerry. Another UAE citizen, but with the Comoros. Comoros, you remember? I said that before. Comoros Buzzboard. He will get 5 years bonus in jail with 1 million dirhams. Wow, that's a lot. 1 million. I wonder what did he do? It seems that he said, I will join the Daesh, DAESH, ISIS organization. And he also was talking bad about you. UAE, I don't like you, even though I'm Emirati with Comoros Buzzboard. I fuck you. So they said, fuck you too. And then it seems that their devices, their social media, and their lives will also be deleted. So that's why the Emirati got from the UAE government. Next one was, this one was sent to me by a Emirati guy. He said, Loy, I'm sending you this, which was published in Gulf News today regarding Emirati on trial. The reason I'm sending you is because in your vlogs, you always say Emiratis are never punished. This is for your knowledge. And then he sent me this nice little screenshot where it seems a man was accused of knocking a biker off his motorcycle. 26-year-old Emirati hit a guy. Okay, I was like, shit, they actually, jailed an Emirati for hitting non-Emirati. And then when I read it, it's like, Emirati hit Emirati. Oh, that's why. So when Emirati fuck Emirati, then Emirati gets fucked. But if Emirati fuck, let's say, Expat, then no problems. So it seems that this Emirati guy, official record said that the defendant was on Al Safa Road heading to City Walk in December with his sister in the passenger seat. Okay, they were in the gar. They were going driving. Emirati local here, Muslim sister here. Then they were stopping, waiting for red signal. Then motorbike Emirati, another local socal came there, and he was staring at his sister. He looked at his sister and said, "Ah, wallahi, fresh, shawarma. I like this. Nice. I can put my sausage in this hole, front hole, back hole, up hole, down hole, ass hole." And then the other guy, "You asshole, you look my sister, I'll kill you." So then Emirati man, they did, they fought with each other. So then they will be charged. You'll be charged as per UAE law. So fuck you, everyone. Well, that's a sad story. Next one is, I got this reader who sent me this video. I don't know whether he was the one who had this video or he got it as a forward. It seems that these nice locals were sitting in a nice Etisalat office. As they were sitting in this Etisalat office on this nice LCD, thanks to Etisalat, it seems they were watching nice scene. As you can see, this is a nice scene, and a lot of Arab locals are watching an educational program of the man is doing push-ups. Push-up 1, 2, 3, 4, Akbar, 5, 6, yes. So they were doing this. Well, doing push-ups. I don't see any problem. I don't know why. Okay, next one. UAE is very kind. UAE is very kind. What they're saying is, Khalid stands in Gulf. He says, we love expat. We love expat. We are year of tolerance. We are Arab local. We love you. We love you. We want you to stay with your family. Okay, like Filipino, we stay in UAE. So, my dear friend, fancy position, no problem. We don't want general manager, managing director. We don't want big position. We want only you stay with your family with income. So, in other words, what they're trying to say is, your fancy position doesn't matter, exactly like what the article says, but a very fancy salary matters. And the fancier the salary, you can keep your family. Well, for those of you who have been in the UAE since the 1980s, not 70s, you'd know that if you were earning 3,500 dirham salary, you could sponsor your family. One fine day, UAE suddenly woke up and said, "Yeah, fuck you, man. Why the fuck we need this cheap ass salaries? Let's make it 9,000. Let's make it 10,000. Let's make it big degrees. Let's make it big fucking positions. Only then you can sponsor your family." So majority of the people had to send their families back home. And then what happened is, Oh, families went back home. Their Arab brains didn't calculate. If family go back home, who will go to school? Who will do shopping? Who will buy a car? Who will buy Toyota? Who will spend money in my shopping mall? Who will stay in my rent? Nobody. I will have only bachelor. Tal, please come. We love you. We love you. India, Jai Hind. Pakistan, Jai Hind. So, yeah, this is all fucking bullshit. That's a problem. They keep changing the fucking laws. Next one is Colleague Times states this, that the UAE cabinet has approved a decision to launch the electronic family book to make life easier for expats. What I look at it as is the reason why they're having this electronic book, all these facilities, is to have all your central data, which will be used by them to decide on future laws. So it's not a benefit for expatriates, it's a benefit obviously of the government, but they'll repackage it. So I would say it's more the benefit of the Middle East, Dubai, UAE, less of the benefit for expatriates. And I'm pretty sure there will be the charges for this. Oh, this article is, I mean, you need to read it to actually believe it. Okay? You need to read. This article is proof of the arrogance, the ignorance, and the fucking haughtiness that, not hotness, the bastard kind of attitude locals have, Emiratis have. You don't have to believe me. This article says it. Emiratis are reluctant to become nurses. Now you'll begin to wonder why they don't want to be nurses. Maybe it is a difficult career, or maybe I don't know. Is it hard to pass the exam? No. Emiratis are reluctant to become nurses. Why? Because of the shift and long hours. So in other words, as per this article, majority of nurses are from India and Philippines. Now, why they are from India and Philippines? Because they work hard. They want to serve. They want to take care. You think Indians and Filipinos are not human beings? You think they don't want to be with their families? You think they enjoy being in a late night shift? You think they enjoy working long number of hours? No, it is their heart. It is their selfless attitude that makes them want to get into these careers. But UAE local, we don't want to work a shift. We don't want to work a long hour. Why? Because I want to be with my family. I want to be with my husband so I can open leg and he can, eat some nice, animal. He can eat and I feel happy. Then he can give me bamboo from my bum because I feel more orgasm there. And, I'm local. Okay, I'm local. And then they say, oh, don't criticize my country, don't criticize Islam, don't criticize local, appreciate, okay? Why you criticize? We are Muslim, we are local, we are from Dubai, we have to be proud. But then, no, we can't work hard. We cannot work hard. We cannot work shit, yahi. Filipino can work hard. Indian can work shift. Yeah, so, and then they see, shaitan, stop the law. Oh, we are Muslim, we are holy, you are, stop the law. What is tattoo? Don't touch Quran is holy, yeah. And we are religion of peace. We'll kill you if you say anything about our religion of peace. This is what happens. In fact, if you look at Khalid Strands, what it says is when they had this International Nursing Excellence Conference, an Abu Dhabi Health Services company, that is SIHA, Sama Mahmood, Deputy Chief, what he says, Emiratis make only 3% of the nurses in Abu Dhabi public hospitals. Imagine 3%. Why? Because only 3% want to work hard. Only 3% don't mind working shift. The 97%, and this is a reality, not just Abu Dhabi, not just nurses, but Emirati locals. All, the majority of them. Okay, the majority. Like I said, not all. 97%. 3% are good. 97% don't want to work hard. They don't want to work in holidays. They don't want to work long hours. They want a big salary. They want an easy life. They don't want to serve. They just want easy life. But the difficult part, the shift, long hours, Indian, Pakistani, Filipino, Sri Lankan, no problem. We are local. Little work, big salary. We are local. Okay. The next one is, I got this message from one of the readers. Pretty surprising. He said, Loy, are you aware that 3 casino licenses have been granted in Dubai? I was like, really? So he said Caesar's Palace on Blue Water. I have no idea where that is. Bellagio and one in Hilton. I don't know, are these outlets in Dubai? If anyone of you knows, just send me a video or a photograph. It seems it's not in a public domain. Please keep your eye on. Well, okay. So now coming to the readers, I got this nice little video that was being watched by my friend.
I throw money. Oh, he throws money. I was like, fuck, you throw money. I will book you for $50. I was like, sorry, I didn't hear it. There was some, how much you want to pay?
So he was watching this video and I'll let you watch it. So this is the video where he was watching and he was having a good time. I like when people have a good time. It makes me feel very happy. So next, coming to what the readers have written. Obviously, I'll censor this person's name. Long story short, I knew her. She has been a friend on Facebook and she got conned of all her gold and all her money. It seems the guy who had come down to Dubai, he used her as a stepping stone and she found out that he was already married with a child and he took her money, he took her gold and he has dumped her. So please be careful. This also happens in Dubai. I'm just trying to give you this as a public service announcement. Next one, KK Rules. KK Rules has written to me this. He says, well, Loy, because you have a fucked up childhood. Oh shit. Well, it's true. I'll agree with you. I had a fucked up childhood that poisoned your brain and existence. I don't know how far that's true, but yes, I did have a fucked up childhood. What happens in India? Well, it's very simple. India is a very big country. A lot of shit happens there, which I talk about very openly in my YouTube videos. If you Google Loy Machedo India criticism, you'll get that. How many Hindus have killed innocent people? Well, many. Okay, just because of a fucking cow, Gau Mata. Okay. Well, there are a couple of fucking idiots from India who kill. But then again, for me, I love my beef burger and I love my beef dishes. So you don't have to worry about that. I'm not going to kill anyone. Didn't India implement this law on the whole fucking nation of not slaughtering cows? I don't know. You'll have to check with one of the politicians because I'm not very much into India. But I'm against these fucking rules. Okay. Next one, he says, how many girls have been burnt alive after their husband dies under Hindu law? I don't have the statistics, but it's comparatively less than what it used to happen. But there are many villages where it does happen and it's a fucking shame. Okay. So, I would say that why don't you put up a video? Why don't you create some awareness? Why don't you talk about this? Because, nobody has actually written to me about it, but this is reality. Next, he says, how many Jews have killed innocent people in Palestine and occupied their land and the Holy Mosque? I don't know much about the stats, but I know it takes two hands to clap. So if Jews are killing Palestinians are also aggravating. So it's a game of politics. Both are fucking each other. In fact, I don't know. Have you forgotten to mention about ISIS? ISIS is Islam, right? So they're connected with them. So I don't know. You just forgot to mention that bit. But anyway, it's okay. So then it'll be a balanced argument. Okay. So then he says, the outcomes of such acts are always going to be serious and brutal. I totally agree with you. Okay. You are an atheist, so you won't get the point here. I'm glad I'm an atheist. I do get the point because I think hurting other people is wrong. Killing in the name of religion is wrong. Okay. You got kicked out of UAE. Yes, I did get kicked out once, 2011. Not because of that. Not because I broke the law, but because of the Indian employer who was selling fake degrees. And when I went and complained to the CID and the FBI, the federal department, they didn't do anything. So when he found out, well, he put a criminal case on me, and that's why he just canceled my visa and sent me out. So that's how I got kicked out. But then I came back because I didn't have anything illegal. Okay. I came there in 2011. You can check the video, Loy Machedo suicide video, 2011. You'll see me physically go back to UAE. Okay. And I left by my own accord. I left UAE in 2 years ago. Yeah. 2019, 2017. Yeah. Say 2016. Okay, whatever. You got kicked out of UAE and see the hate and aggression you show against the whole country and its system. The hate and aggression that I show is against racism. is against the wrong that is done. I love Dubai. In fact, I'm pretty sure, what is that? One second. If I didn't love Dubai, I wouldn't buy this book. This is the latest book that has come out, My Story. I'm a big fan of Sheikh Mohammed. I've read his previous book. You can just Google Loy Machedo, Sheikh Mohammed. I read his previous book, The Vision, and I put a book review. And in that video, I admire him. This is the new book that I purchased. I'm pretty sure you have not purchased the book. You have not read it, but I have purchased it, and I'm going to read it. And I'm going to put a book review, and I'm going to praise him for where he's right. So I doubt this statement is right. Okay, because physically you can't do anything. Why should I do anything physically? I mean, I'm not one of those physical characters. I believe more in using the mind. Because you are a retard. Oh shit, I'm a retard. Okay, that is disputable. Who can only talk? Well, there's a lot of power in the spoken word. And you are good in doing that. No, hey, thanks a lot. Give me a compliment, I'll take it. Okay. This is exactly what happens when Muslims get poked. Muslims poke each other. Okay. They react in a different way. I don't know. I don't go around poking Muslims sexually or otherwise. You can poke them whichever way you want. I'm not interested to poke Muslims. Okay. It's like poking like pork, Okay. Exactly the way you're trying to do it now. I'm poking Muslims. Okay, fine. That doesn't mean that I or any other Muslim will support all the terrorist attacks that have been carried out by Muslims. I respect you. Rules, KK rules, you have my respect. If you believe that these terrorist organizations who are preaching Islam and killing, using that religion, if you're against them, then you and I are on the same page. We can have differences of opinion, no problem. It's wrong in every fucking way. Well, then we are on the same page. I love watching your videos. Thank you. They're very informative. You should keep doing it. Thank you very much. I'm beginning to like you, man. But stop speaking of religions that you lack knowledge in. I only speak what is wrong, like stoning, a woman if she didn't, like throwing a guy out of a fucking roof if he is a homosexual. That I feel is fucking law. Or even the Sharia law that you leave my religion, I'm going to fucking kill you. And I'm not speaking from my pocket. This is reality. You just have to Google it. Okay. Next one is, you believe in science. I believe when evidence is provided. So if evidence is provided, I believe it. Like, for example, dinosaurs. I can see the bones. Well, I believe it. Okay. You believe that your ancestors were apes and chimpanzees. Yes, if you actually study something that is 300 million years ago, through the study, through the evidence of the bones, yes, you would have a brief understanding about it. Okay. It's not just written in a book and we have to believe. There's actual evidence. And science is such whereby everyone tries to prove the person who has made that particular claim, the hypothesis, they prove them wrong. So that is the beauty of science. Science never wants to be 100% correct. It's open to say we are wrong. Okay, fine, live with that. I have no issues against you. You can be against me. I have no issues. It's not fair when you keep bashing about Muslims in your whole video and passively praising other religions. I don't fucking praise Hindus who beat up Muslims. I fucking hate those motherfuckers. In fact, I've told you this, that the closest friends who helped me in my time of need, if you have paid attention, were Muslims. My mentor is an Arab Muslim. My mentor for 16 years, who is the greatest role model, is an Emirati Arab Muslim. My good friend that I had for years is a Muslim. So I don't bash up all the Muslims. There are people who are really good, and some of them, I mean, they truly represent the spirit of Islam. I am against Hindus who kill for, protecting the fucking cows and worshipping fucking statues and harming other people. You can worship any fucking statue, but when you harm individuals, I'm against it. I'm against Christians, especially the who drink, smoke, fuck, and ruin other people's lives. I'm against that. I'm against it. So it's not that I support all these religions, okay? Who have still their hands covered in blood of innocent money today. I'm against them. I just want you to know that. You call other Hindus killing Muslims a psycho, while Muslims are labeled as terrorists. Okay, if it makes you happy just having terminology, I'll call those Hindus terrorists. If that makes you happy, it's just a terminology that is used. I have clearly stated that anyone who harms anyone is a fucking bastard. So I just don't. What's up with the double standards, dude? Okay, fine. Hindus Hindus are fucking terrorists, Christians are fucking terrorists, those who kill other people. I don't have, if you are specific about just using the terminology, fine, I have no issues about it. And I've also stated this in my previous videos. If you see the Christchurch shooting, I've openly asked, why didn't you call that white Christian guy a Christian terrorist? Why didn't you call it? Why didn't you say he is an atheist terrorist? I have openly asked a question, so you need to pay attention to the videos, my dear friend. Just stick to what you normally do. I do YouTubes. I give my opinion, and that's what I always will do. Don't involve your naive brain about Muslims and Islamic conversations. Well, then you need to ask all your Islamic friends and Muslim friends to stop trying to convert me and push their religion down my throat with their claims that the moon was split into two by Allah and Prophet Muhammad went to heaven with a flying horsey. So where is that flying horsey? Take this on your chin and correct me if I'm wrong. Well, where you're wrong, I say it. Where you're right, I say it. So, KK rules. This is my response to you. Next one. I got this message from a guy who has this strange number, but he says, "Hi Loy, good morning. Could you expose more logs in your channel, like the truth behind his luxury cars, villas, and girls?" I don't see anything wrong with more vlogs. Let him do his harmless shit of showing girls and babes and money, and he's doing his stuff. I mean, I have nothing against him. So I don't know why people have this problem. Next one, Ali8787. He says, "You have no life saying bad things about other countries. Just shut your mouth, you tattooed man that has no knowledge. And stop making these videos. You can make other videos, but not this. So shut up, you mouthed guy. Ali, if you don't like my videos, why the fuck do you see my videos? And what other videos can I make? Why don't you give me some ideas?" Okay, next one. I got this retard case who was saying, "Hi, I knew about you. Nice to meet you. What are you doing now?" This is not the first fucking message. He kept sending me message after, "Hi, what are you doing? What are you doing? I want to talk to you." Listen, I'm not here for fucking chit chat. I don't fucking talk. They're my business fucking numbers. You send me messages like this, I'll fucking block you. So fucking retard. And that's the message I sent him. Next one is MBA Zira James, fake name, which he says, "Why don't you leave UAE alone and do your own business? Why don't you talk about your country, India?" Well, Mr. MB Raz James, this is the response I gave him. I said, "Fantastic idea. Do this. Get me 20 worthy news links per day about India, which involves proper research. Number two, get me 30 to 40 people who can act as informants who share confidential information about India. I have over 100 in UAE right now. Find me 20K, that is 20,000 active subscribers who are interested in India, age group 30 to 40 who can be my clients. Have a budget of $100 per month to promote my channel for 1 year, pay 12 months in advance. Ensure that you get me $120,000 advance booking annually for my coaching from people from India, because right now I get people from the Middle East. And I can assure you that I will leave UAE alone and do my business." So I'm waiting your response. After I said this, I don't know, there was no response from his side. Okay, next one is Blue Vortex. Okay, Blue Vortex, this is going to be the last one. What he says is, "Loy, you're doing a great job on public awareness in your videos by dissecting the wrong and right from most facades we see in Dubai, which is laudable. Thank you very much. However, you haven't erstwhile touched on a fake immigration companies cashing on people's vulnerabilities by flinging them into millions, operating right under the noses of the public, and fake ads and visas they put off the internet." Wow, what a fantastic language. This is the security and welfare of the public topic for sure. One such company is Devisors, based in DMCC, phone number so and so, who have raked in millions from sheepish population by advertising fake UK visas bought off eBay's portal to milk the public, that they lead in getting UK visas, for many unwittingly sleepwalking into their honey trap and no real success or business plan. People have lost all their hard-earned money thinking they're investing in their future, and these miscreants, I don't know what is that, miscreants, when in fact there are zillions of complaints, zillions, I didn't know there was a word, zillions of complaints against them on every complaints board and soundboard out there. Why don't you send me the link? Okay, please beware. Devices DMCC is a scam. You have been warned. So this is DMCC, Dubai phone number so and so. So Blue Vortex claims that there are these fake immigration companies, which is, to be honest with you, there are plenty of these companies, just as fake degree certificates are being issued in UAE and the Gulf countries, and they still are running ads legally in the newspapers. Same way, they also have these immigrations. I get so many people, getting in touch with me. Loy, I spend so much money for immigration. I'm not getting the immigration papers. What do I do? And some of them, they pay the money, they get the visa. Once they go there, they get blackmailed by this company who have given their details to someone else, saying that you took a fake degree from us. Now this is the Interpol and all. Either you pay the money or you'll be jacked. So this has been happening. So this is Blue Vortex. So if what he's saying is true or false, I don't know. You just send me the, put it in the comment section below. So guys, these were some of the updates that I wanted to share with you. Like I always say, put your comments. I always read them. If you have any confidential information to share with me, send it across. My details are put down below. And yes, always comment. Like the video if you liked it. Don't like it. Obviously you can not like it. And this is me signing off for now. Thank you very much. And once again, take care.